All right, let's talk about options for the Christian player. First thing you got to look at is cards, available card play. All we have is a 2 ops value card, and you need at least a 3 to initiate sea movement. Then you have to roll for fleet availability, but moving from Tarsus back down to Antioch is definitely possible because a blockade hasn't been established by the Muslim player yet. So that's option number one. Another option is just to bring them over through land. But you can see there, you got a mountain pass. I don't know what's going on with the focus here. So that's option number two. Option number three. Come on. He's saying we don't want to focus today. Alright, option number three, Old Baldwin at Edessa. That's probably my strongest option, but what do? Do I go for Aleppo with 3 victory points and let Antioch fend for itself? Or do I bring them all the way over here to Antioch? I think I can reach them. 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can get there. That's what definitely boosted everybody's morale here in Gaston. Was the thought that Old Baldwin could get there. So sorry about the focus, but that is the options here on Kingdom of Heaven. We'll be right back. Christian player's turn. Here are his activation values, or his op values for activations. And here's what I'm thinking. Another thing is, when these Muslim players entered the space in Antioch, the forces had to decide whether to stay out and fight the battle or retreat into the city walls. And as you can see, I chose to retreat them into the city walls. What I'm thinking about doing, I think I could hold out. I'm hoping I can hold out on if he tries to assault. That's almost all he's got. I have to look at how many cards he's got. But a lot of things got to happen in this turn. The old what might hit the fan this turn. But I want to leave Edessa lightly garrisoned with 1 unit. Bring these guys down. Muster. Or use Old Gaston as a gatherings point. Hopefully, and this might be an big F, try to get the Byzantines over here, and then we all move on to Antioch. I know we can outnumber them then. Between my times of gathering these forces, hopefully he doesn't take the city. Another option, which is probably the one I'm going to use, is just to go on over here and have the old throwdown. But that's what's going on. He's got me under siege. He laid siege. He hasn't got me blockaded yet. That might happen next turn, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to try and assault unless we can get some rescues. We'll be back. Yeah, another thing is with these operations values of only 2, you need a 3 to move by naval, or else I try to bring the old Byzantines into the unblockaded Antioch port. But unfortunately, we can't even get to the first step of getting a 3 to do the naval movement. Then what you do, you have to roll a die for a 4 or greater, or 4 or less, one of those, to see if the fleet's available. So we won't be doing that. I'm going to contemplate, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back with some Kingdom of Heaven gameplay. And it is currently the Muslim player's turn. I need to fill you in on what happened with the Christian player. As you can see, moved old let me get my camera work. What is his name? Zenji. Onto Antioch for the siege. Christian player moved on into the city, and the siege has commenced. But we've yet to have the first turn of the siege, because then it went over to the Christian player's turn. You can see there, I moved. Camera work, Baldwin the third. 1, 2, 3, 4 from Edessa. I do Edessa garrison with a leader and a smaller unit, a weaker unit. I think it's a 3-4 unit or a 2-4. And I took the 3-4s and moved it with my force, but I figure he wants to go ahead and take Antioch. I'll go for Aleppo. So I got Aleppo under siege. Now I did not have a call for surrender because with the resistance factor and the fact that they got a big force right here, just a stone's throw away at Antioch, it wouldn't have been worth it. The odds would have been 0 to none of them capitulating because their spirits are so high, because their friends are nearby. But so we're just commencing the siege. The attempt to blockade was a failure, so I couldn't get a blockade on there on the city yet. But that was it. We are back to the Muslim player's turn, and he's got to decide whether he wants to make an assault, come back or leave his garrison. I think if it is, I'm hoping whenever he does, he can hold out here as the Christian player, and we should start bringing some of these Byzantine forces in. But he's got to get Antioch and hang on to Aleppo and have his 6 victory points by turn 4. So that's where we're at now. It is the Muslim player's turn, and he's got a couple cards you can play, or at least one card, and it is attack. Down here below this little scribble down here is what you use. This is your siege section. So if you got a siege in process, you'll be using down here. Now ladders and mantlets, I guess is what it is. The Muslim player is going to get if he wants to make an assault, and well, not make an assault, but if he plays this card, it's for the attacker. He needs at least 1 manpower. I think that's one whole step. I think I'll look back. I've already checked it out. He definitely met the requirements, and then he would reduce the resistance factor by 1. Now after this card here, I'll check it out and see if I want to make an assault. But you can play a card, do whatever you want to do. You can do one of these little things here. Surrender. It happens right away if you make a call for surrender, or they can surrender. Blockade, which happens immediately. It requires no cards, but he failed the blockade check. You can do a starvation, fortunes of war, play one or more siege adventures, which is what I am doing. And then you can assault after you do any of these. You can go ahead and do an assault, but I think you need to play a card or something. So I have to look at all the ins and outs. But that's where we're at right now. Thinking about playing a siege event. Whether we assault or not depends. We got somebody over here at Aleppo. We're back.